Training ride number 7. Goals for today's ride? Just more saddle time. Maybe some following on the tails of training ride 5 and more specifically 6, the river ride. Training ride, those goals were to get more miles. So I think today's goal is to try to get a lot of miles and time in the saddle. Yeah, and that's about it. washboarded out gravel road today. I'm having severe flashbacks from our Oregon Outback Trail adventure when I was coming back the other direction on this ride. The constant rodeo killing me. I was in a lot of saddle pain, let's just say. Not sure why he's taking me back out here today, other than maybe he thinks it's gonna toughen up my butt. Thanks a lot, honey. It's probably good, it's probably for the best. I think we're gonna hit a few washboard gravel roads on one of the rides we're aiming for this year. And this is a good test to see if the new seat I bought immediately upon getting off the Oregon Outback Trail a couple years ago, that's supposed to be a better saddle, I guess, in regards to bumpy roads. And it's a good test today to see if I've put in enough saddle time yet in these training rides, which I am sure I have not. Anyway, so Aaron and I just stopped back there for a second he waited for me to swap out my layers, and I had a brilliant idea that we need to develop solid communication skills on this long distance ride we're gonna do. And so we're gonna practice that idea I came up with today on this ride, which is, I decided very much that we need a visual hand signal that we can throw to each other that tells the person ahead to stop and wait for the person behind, most likely me, tells the person in the front to stop and wait for the person in the back to get up and catch up, because something needs to be communicated from me to him. Or like this morning, my tire was super flat and he has the pump because I need to get one of those still, and so he doesn't leave me in the dust, which did happen on the Oregon Outback Trail. In fact, yeah, we're stuck. All right. What is the matter? Oh, Aaron. Because my tire is rubbing against the... Oh, God, Aaron. There he goes, off into the sunset. At least I'm in a shade. He sucks. I shouted for him. He looked back. I don't even know what... Come on, Aaron, come back. In fact, if you haven't watched that series, you might want to go and watch that. In fact, you can just pause this video right now. You know, go watch those, come back. We'll wait. I got 10. We got 5+ hours out here today. You go do that, I'll be back. What an adventure that was, right? The Oregon Outback Trail. Woo! And that scene where Aaron didn't realize he was leaving me in the dust riding into the sunset. Little mechanically challenged me left to save my butt on a desolate trail with no hopes of a return from him for hours. Yeah, so anyway, riding this trail today, having flashbacks on that adventure made me realize, yes, for safety purposes, we need to have a hand signal that means something. And it needs to be a very specific hand signal that can't be mistaken for anything else. So yeah, we just established that. I told him it's kind of like, you know, it's like having a safe word. We need to have our safe hand signal for bike riding, you know? And it needs to be very unique and special, that stands out. So no hand flapping, you know, when I go like that. I like to fly and ride hands free. I thought about using that signal, but then I'm going to use that a lot, and he's going to think I'm in distress. So so anyway, we came up with a hand signal that's very unique, and hopefully that will solve some stressful situations on the trail. Because to be honest, one of the concerns I've been having in the last couple weeks leading up to this long distance ride is, this trail, I'm telling you, it's gonna test ourselves both personally but also as a couple. And it's either gonna make or break us is my concern. And so I want to go into it having the counseling background that I have. I think about these things a lot. So I want it to make us, not break us. Ooh, foreshadowing. What will happen when we watch this video in the future? Will we have made it, or will we have broken it and gone separate ways on trail? But no, seriously, I have full faith in us. But generally, we do not fight a lot off trail, and generally on trail. But like these longer events, these longer endurance things, I mean, I'm just remembering that day when he disappeared onto the horizon and over the hill. I had feelings of anger that I am not proud to say I had, but anger's good. Anger is what moves human behavior towards what needs to change. I am going to test him. You guys, let's see if he passes this test, because I'm totally gonna throw out our hand signal that we agreed upon back there. I'm gonna test it randomly at some point today. So let's see how it works. The key is I can only throw the visual signal when he's looking back, obviously, so this doesn't solve all our problems. But boy, it solves the problem of when he looks back and thinks I'm fine and keeps going. And nothing could be further from the truth. So when he's looking back today, I'm gonna throw that signal up. It's my pineapple signal. Let's see how it goes. I need to test it out here, like a fire drill, and see if it works. So I have full faith when shit really does hit the fan on trail that he's trained and I'm trained on this safety protocol, communication protocol. All right, back to the trail. see my signal? Look at us communicating on trail. They say a successful relationship, one of the number one things is communication. In my ever so empirical study of long-term married people that I have surveyed over the last couple decades, there are similar words that they say. See my blog post for further research info. Ready? Set. Put your flippers down. Downhill mode. Go, 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 go. All right, I pedaled for a bit of this hill, but didn't pedal fast enough, and now I'm walking, getting some hike-a-bike practice. And I just checked my Coros watch. We're at 26% grade here, just to give you an idea, because the camera never, although it'll show extra pounds on your body, the camera never shows the extra ascent. I don't know what that's about. It's really not fair. Why can't it be the other way around? Okay. I'm hiking and I can see Aaron. He just got back on the saddle. Beast mode. Good for him. I learned this week from my research that you really do absolutely want some good biking shoes, because you will hike a bike a lot for many miles, long stretches of the trail, maybe due to extra snow for the season or extra mud because of the snow for the season. So you want a good pair of biking shoes that you can walk many miles in, especially uphill, because if you don't, you're going to get Achilles tendon issues, and that can really pull you off the trail. Looking for some good shoes that are rigid yet flexible. Not too rigid, not too flexible. Also considering bringing 2 pairs of shoes, to be honest. One solid biking pair and one solid lightweight hiking pair if I have to go for many miles. So anyway, just something I learned this week that I was not expecting in the shoe department of training prep. Also, your feet swell a lot, and I've seen some of the riders display excruciating pain where they actually said they wanted to rip their shoes off, and then in one scene actually are pedaling barefoot. So you're supposed to buy a size up to account for swelling. Yeah, feet swelling, or there's a medical term for it, which I can't think of right now. I don't think it's edema, but something like that. pooling of the blood in the legs. So probably it's what causes the swelling, as well as the elevation that you're at if your body's not used to that. So I'm going to add elevated feet as a campsite routine daily in the evenings, in addition to some just simple campsite version hip and heart openers, stretches to keep myself mobile, mobility, flexibility, range of motion. Any PTs out there watching this, physical therapists, you're welcome. I want to live to ride another day. Woo! It's about stress and rest and recovery. So trying to develop those practices here. So we'll see if tonight I actually go home and do some legs up the wall and hip and heart opener foam roll stretch. I am setting my intention to do this. Woo! There you go. There's some knowledge for other riders who haven't come across that little bit of advice. Yeah, this has been Carly, Hike a Bike Training Tips. Coming at you from the trail. Segment of the training ride that I like to call Get the Gear section. Get the gear! Alright, who here knows Portlandia and the reference I'm making? Hilarious! Yeah, so the last couple weeks we've really been looking at the gear that we already have and what we might need for the ride. Yeah, and this last week, boy, I actually activated the fraud department at my bank. Thank you, bank, for looking out. But no, yes, all that gear, that was me. The current argument in our house is clipless versus flats. I don't know if anybody has any advice. Pros and cons of going clipless or going flats. I personally never ride clipless unless it's road bike or indoor bike session. Yeah, but I think these shoes that I'm riding in today, this is their last training ride. Choo choo choo! Choo! After watching some gear check videos, thank you Joe Nation, Matt Rider Adventures, and of course Doozer. I think I'm going to go with the clipless pedals and shoes. So, yes, these shoes that I'm pedaling in, they have served me well. I think these were my very first mountain bike shoes. Probably got them in 2016, 2017, and it's now 2024. So, thank you, shoes. You've served me well. Yeah, prior to that, I was just riding in my running shoes. And someone in the mountain bike community here tipped me off that I should probably get dedicated bike riding shoes. But yeah, after searching and searching, I can't seem to find anything with the a 510 brand, which I've been riding in and would prefer to continue riding in, but they don't seem to make riding shoes that are clipless with either the lace-free technology, or at least this is what my indoor riding shoes look like, with the Velcro that goes over your laces just to kind of secure it down. And I can't tell you how many times I stop and tie my shoes on a long day's ride, even like a 2-hour ride, a couple times. And then they're always flailing around like they're gonna get caught in my gears. This is dangerous. And anyway, so I checked and I checked, no 510s. I went on Euro's website and I couldn't see any like mountain bike specific ones. I need flex because I'm gonna be doing a lot of hiking. I checked Specialized, I checked, anyway, I'm gonna go with Fox. Fox Racing seems to have some good shoes, so we got those. I'm very excited I got my triangle bag, my frame bag from Dispersed is the company. Very excited to support them. Now I eagerly wait the 4-week turnaround time for a custom made frame bag. It's getting real. It's getting really real. And then we're just making wish lists of things. I'm looking for camp sleeping pants and shirt, rain jacket. Looking for a decent rain jacket. It's coming from Oregon, believe it or not. I don't think I have the right rain jacket for this ride. Trying to decide if the poofy that I currently own will be warm enough. The other argument is drop bars versus flat bars. I think we're going flats, that's what we have. There seems to be an appeal to me on the drop bars. And I'm looking for aero bars. Aaron's getting his dialed in. What are you doing?
Moving my hand pieces to the inside.
Yeah.
So it works with these, but
okay. You're moving these out here.
well, they were on this side, now they're on this side. So I had to move my hand fingertips.
Oh.
So it should be able to let me put these with enough space that I can use them, and also so I can still reach my
Shifters.
well, my brakes mostly.
Well, that's important. Well, who needs brakes, really? Get there faster. And look wells. Doing some wrench work. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention, I'm also debating the use of a lightweight backpack. Aaron gave me one of his from his gear today to test out. Trying to decide if I want to use a backpack or not on the ride. What I do know is I don't want to put a lot of weight in the backpack if I do opt to use it. I want to use it as just like, you know, extra place to store things, like when I go into the convenience store real quick, to free up my hands, to kind of shuttle things from one place to the next. Yoo! And then possibly, you know, the practicality of the backpack being able to help me haul extra water on the extra dry stretches of the trail. Get the gear. That's what we've been up to lately. All right, mid-ride check-in. It's 12:26. It's 51 degrees. We've gone 14.4 miles for 2 hours and 26 minutes of elapsed time. And we've gone 1,129 feet of elevation gain. Whoa. There's been a lot more hike-a-bike today than I thought there'd be. Whew, like that, for example. So, less miles under our belts because it's slower going. But I'm getting a lot of rock garden practice. Woo! Woo! Almost done. Thanks for hopping on board and joining the journey today as we got on our saddles for training ride number 7 and got some more mileage under our belts. For the ride summary, we rode trails, friends, and until next time, remember, life's a journey, so ride on. calling my mom. Have you called your mom lately? Hey Mom, how's it going? How you feeling? You want to talk to her? She wants to talk to you. He's busy right now navigating. We're trying to find our way out of here. He says he knows where we are. He says we're in Oregon. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. It's gonna be a while still, eh? Totally. I was gonna suggest we do another lap, so we can get the mileage in.